A coward dies 1,000 deaths. A soldier dies but once.
Victorious, Victorialus. Erastus necessitas.
Welcome all, this is Blaezer RTW. I hope you are well. Still smashing through these as quick as I can. I forgot what order I did them all in, so what I did is I just sort of went, right, October last year, and then I'm just working off from that until I go back and see which ones I've done and which ones I haven't. But I always get deja vu in all of them anyway, so if I've put this one up, apologies, but do let me know. So I'm on the right, it's a 3v3, 6 cav, 2 Roman archers, and then that's always my preferred formation at the moment, which would make sense. Then we've got Esrax in the centre as Germania. So he has got 4 chosen archers, 6 Gothic cav, 3 berserkers, some warhounds, night raiders, and then some axemen, and the night raiders as general. And then on our left flank is SPQR again, Trajan. He has gone 4 Praetorian cav, 5 Praetorian cav, couple of archer auxilia, and then the rest of them urbans to my eyes, so that's pretty good. So let's have a look at the enemy. So Brotherhood member Henry V. I can't remember who that is now. I think it's Longshanks, isn't it? He has gone the Julii. Looks like he's got a couple of archers, 4 cav, and then the same, pretty much the same as Trajan there. In the centre, we've got Mystique as Carthage, and no doubt the anti-Germania force. So 3 Sacred Band cav by the look of it, unless some are hidden in here, they may well be, we'll soon find out. 2 slingers as that, 2 Balearic slingers, and then the rest of them Sacred Band. Interestingly enough, though, they don't look like they're ready for Germania. Usually it's a bit different to that, if I remember rightly, but probably not. Oh, sorry, there's some new missile cav there on the left, and their left player is Lando. He looks like he's gone some quite heavy infantry there because he hasn't got a lot of them. Yeah, look at the flags on that. So they've got to have 1 or 2 experienced stripes on. That's no doubt the fear factor. Plus 5 cav for him and 3 archer auxilia. So looking at it straight away, the first thing I would note is that Lando is a very aggressive player. So we'll have to watch out for that. And also, if you're Germania versus pike units, you want to sort of get at someone before they set up if you can. I mean, he's just going to run forward and obviously try and take him out. So that's pretty good for Esrax. He's going to try and take out the spears before anything can help out. He's got some stuff to back him up. Really, you see Lando's going to go for him as well, going to try and back him up. So I need to get my infantry as running over, but I need to try and touch Lando. I'm pretty confident Esrax, I won't need to tell him what I'm thinking, or, he's probably told me what he's thinking anyway. But basically, my aim here is to wedge myself between the Julii and his Germania and actually touch contact with him as well to tie him up. And by the time I look back, I would hope that Esrax has got all his barbarians in behind ready to go. As it is, we've got a little bit of tit for tat here. It looks like the Carthaginians coming for a little strike on some of the archers. Maybe got some, maybe didn't. Oh yeah, they're the missile cav, aren't they? My cav's come forward, but it's stopped now because he stopped his army, so I'm not going to get a decent hit in there. I'm not going to be able to hit the archers. I need to get them out quick before they start getting peeled. My force is just starting to line up now. A bit surprised they're not coming over. They need to be running over here ASAP because Lando's not going to get the chance to move from there, basically. So they need to get over, otherwise he's going to get stranded. You can see the Germania's all moving already. I'm looking to touch base with him. Obviously, I'm not too worried about the peeler battle. I just want to get in there and get in amongst him if I can. But the 2 peeler units do offer a bit of a nightmare because you can't get past them until you've dealt with them. So I am going to settle up for a bit of a peeler duel. My archers are still in the... Did I bring archers? Yeah, my archers are still in the back. They're not going to be... Hopefully they're not even getting shot up, but they're for the end game. In the centre there, did something happen? No. But Esrax is just posturing a bit, bringing his cav forward. I guess he wants to go for these archers if he can, or at least bait over Lando's cav, which he's doing. Where's my cav and the rest of his cavs? Yeah, so if I can push up around the outside, push my infantry on him, and Esrax can hit him quite quick, we'll do quite well. As it is, Esrax has sent in one berserker there, you can see, which is quite nice. He's not using them all up, just going to put one in amongst it. Yeah, almost on contact, one of the Peeler units is gone. If that other one goes, then I can push all my army right up onto the meat of Lando's 10 there that are going to be heavily upgraded. 8, sorry. Yeah, there you go. We've done it. It's been a bit messy, bit, not slick, but we've done what we needed to do over there. Right? Yeah, these guys need to be really careful because it's looking ominous for Lando there. Because it's way too late now for him to do anything. Obviously, the berserkers there, I don't want the berserker getting taken out on his own, otherwise they won't rout. So I want to push all my infantry up. I could probably do with even chucking a couple of my peelers units in there just to start fighting them. There you go, just to start fighting them. Cav over here, is it somewhere? Yeah, there you go. So we're going to do the same again, just try and take out this second line. His cav's a lot more ready for the charge though, but we've got double the amount of cav over here on the right flank, plus all the big nasty stuff's coming in the back now. Yeah, Lando really needs to, well, it's too late for him now because he can't run his infantry away because we'll just strike him from the back when he's running. So he needs to fight. They're pretty tough urban, so they'll probably hold their ground. But yeah, at least 4 of those spears could do with just coming over and just tying up, just to stop us whacking him with our cav with impunity like we are. You can see it's coming in from all directions on him. I've actually gone for the peeler with 2 of them, and I'm going to go for his cav with the other 4. Hopefully, if that's timed right with the German charge, we can rout off a bit of his. I think what might be a bit of an issue though is that he wasn't strictly engaged with infantry. It was only a few dribs and drabs that worked their way through. So I could have probably done with rushing up my infantry like I'm doing there now. But we're going to totally batter him, basically, by the look of it. So that's a bit unlucky. I've had it done to me numerous times. Everyone's had it done to them numerous times. Yeah, so a bit unlucky there. Trajan's not really doing a lot. He's just sort of posturing up that end with a bit of, protecting the archers. The Germanian infantry, the rest of it, starting to come over here on the right. As it is, that's bad times for Lando. So, yeah, these guys, it's lost now. They need to just form up and see if they can get some form of defence on the go. I'm not sure how whittled down Esrax's infantry is because he committed it pretty late. So, yeah, they're still pretty full to my eye, and the berserkers are still in there, are they? Yeah, there they are. They'll be going for the general. Yeah, there he is, just as I say that. These 2 guys, so a bit of a almost a sort of 2v3 with Germania, so it'd be interesting to see what happens. I might be more tempted to thin my infantry line, thin my first rank out so it's a bit wider and bring back Carthage and just use Carthage, maybe 3 or 4 sacred bands on each wing, 2 in the middle with the main infantry, and then keep 4 or 5 of them in behind for the cav strikes and sort of set up like that. But even then, yeah, it's going to be tough because what Esrax will do is he will split all his infantry up, you would think, so he'd have like a berserker there, berserker here, berserker on the right, couple of their axemen there, couple of axemen there, couple of axemen there, and hit them from all angles. So yeah, you'd almost be looking at making a U with the sacred band with a couple of them left out, and then sitting your infantry in behind them and just sort of let us try and work our way through. I just settled mine up and just gone back into formation there. So now that's that, I guess my cow's over here somewhere, is it? Yeah, it's starting to make its way over. I've not got too much of it left, but more than enough to do some damage. Esrax has got quite a lot of his. He's just resting his up now, so that's good play. The axemen and that are all untouched in the centre there. So we want to get at this Julii with the Germania infantry. So we could do with SBQR on the other side, Trajan tying up Mystique, trying to flank them so that they're all tied up. You can see he's still got his 4 cav there, but I think that's 6 of the Praetorian cav. So these guys probably need to come all the way around here and back up the Praetorian cav of the Julii and just leave the spears to defend against it. As it is, I've just cleared out one of them units. I've opened I was going to say I've left myself open, but he's probably a bit reluctant to strike me when I was a free hit because the Gothic cav was in right behind. So yeah, we're just going to do the same old, same old. I'm going to push up, attack his peeler units, push my main infantry up behind. S-Rax looks like he's coming in the side, so I need to back him up with the cav, or he needs to back him up with the cav and leave me free to charge the bulk of this Julii army. Yeah, you can see the he got caught a few times. He has sent a few spears off, but again, that whittles down his own infantry a little bit, which should mean that Trajan can start flanking him or being fairly aggressive on him with impunity. The Gothic's Cav's got involved with the Praetorian Cav. I'm going to try and make my way around the outside. I'm probably going to see that Cav hit from the Sacred Band and stop and just hit them now. But ideally, yeah, if you're hitting stuff with Germania stuff involved, that's a lot more effective than going. That's why I'm probably not worried about my own army. Berserker, what's left of the Berserkers. Oh yeah, there you go. One lot in reserve, full lot of Berserkers. They're running in. That's going to be bad times for the other Julii. Sent in all the cav in now just to back up the Germanian cav of S-Rax here on the right. He's pushing into it. One of those units has gone, so that's not too good for the Julii. I've committed a bit of infantry over. I'm trying to push into this gap as well. If I can get one of my infantry and start attacking the back of it, that should all rout off. He's done all right there, actually, the Julii. He's backed himself up quite well because I thought that was all going to chain rout off too early. Trajan's brought all his cav around the back now, probably a bit too far, to be honest with you. I was chasing that cav off. No, fair play to him. I'm not worried about that. My guys are starting to move up. Two of the Germanian unit Berserkers are starting to tear into those Julii, what's left of them in the centre there. So I could do with those 3 or 4 that I've got, I could do really pushing them up now, whacking them with my cav, that centre ago, and then I can just spill units through and start flanking all of them. You can see Mystique's just leaving a token force of defenders up on their right-hand flank because of the flanking action. Trajan now is tying up quite nicely. Berserkers are still involved over there. A couple of Sacred Band have just got involved. Oh no, he's run past them. So yeah, no, it's not great. That's the Julii going off there. Yeah, me and S-Rax had double teamed them there from both sides of the cav, so they'll all go. That was a bit of a sticking point. Now the cav's in behind. I'd be surprised if these lot didn't rout before I even hit them. Yeah, there you go. And as soon as I hit them, that'll get the rest of them off. Yeah, that's pretty good. Germania General's just getting done. And yeah, it's just a case of it playing out now. So not too much time left on it. But that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I do often think that when you've got Germania in the 3v3s and the 4v4s, because if your shock attack fails, you're basically your team's at a disadvantage, I feel. But it's all about being aggressive and not letting them get set up. It's like the same with pikes. If you see a road like we did, there was a 2v2 that may come on after or before this one where the opponent switched it up because we had a Roman force built for the Greeks and we were swapping, trying to face it up the right way, and they ended up doing it, switching it up so the Greek was facing the one anti-Greek force was facing the Roman one, etc. because he didn't have no peeler shield. So you got a bit of that in it as well. But yeah, that was a good battle. I enjoyed that. It was one of them. Sometimes it just goes your way. I'm guessing there was something along the lines of Lando ran off a bit quick, didn't quite cover his bases, or thought he had the others coming up with him. I often do that where you like go for it straight away and you look round and no one's with you and you've got 2 or 3 armies about to hit you and you're like, shit. But yeah, that was fun in game. So we're just waiting for the clock to whittle down now. You can see what's going on. It's just the stragglers. And yeah, there we go. So good game to everyone. That was a nice little one. See you later.
Call me Blaezer.